वो अभी नहीं मैं कर सकती, उसको बोला आधे घंटे के बाद आएगा, काम कर। मैं भी काम कर रही हूँ, उठ के भाग जाऊँ क्या? नहीं, इसीलिए हाँ तो उसको just give me a guys a minute. The word health, I'm going to give you a clue how to break this word down. Is that okay? I'm going to give you a clue how to break this word down, and I'm going to put 4 more words after that over there. Health, according to me, has number of words. हम ये बचपन में खेलते थे गेम. हेल्थ में क्या है वर्ड? ईट. और क्या है? पी. Like this, you're going to create words. Okay, I'm giving you few more words that you have to make meanings of. आप बैठ के मीनिंग बनाओगे तब तक. माइंड, बॉडी, सोल, बहुत पॉपुलर है ये वर्ड्स आजकल. हमें लगता है सब कुछ हमारे कोई छू के जाएगा बस. इमोशंस, ठीक है. तो ये वर्ड्स आपके पास आ गए. I've given you a small hint on the top how to break down the words. Each word has many words in it. Rack your brain. इसे माइंड क्यों बोला गया? इसे बॉडी क्यों बोला गया? इसे सोल क्यों बोला गया? Emotions, why emotions? Rack your brain. I'm repeating again. These are 5 words that I want you to unravel. Health, mind, body, soul, emotions. चलिए, शाबाश, very good. अभी मैं इसे निकाल रही हूँ because I have to read the slides. So let's go back into the slides. आप जब तक you are looking at all this and looking at the jagran that is going on, एक hint और दे देती हूँ. बॉडी को अगर इधर उधर हिलाओगे तो it will become something very interesting. Very, very interesting. Turn it around. Look at the words differently and see what happens to the word body. And look at mind, and if you use certain words, what is it saying to you? So just go ahead and look at all these words. Use all your faculties right now and think out of the box. क्योंकि आपको आदत है कि एक ही तरीके से सोचने की. थोड़ा सा अलग सोच के देखें. ये आपकी हेल्थ है. What are the words saying to you? Very, very, very important. And whatever those words are saying to you, connect with it. Connect with it. Good job. I'm taking you to the slides. And so today we're going to look at the interconnection between health and emotions. And emotions cannot happen without mind, body, soul connection. So yaar, ye soul hai kya? Because that itself will take 10 hours to explain one terminology. So I want you to see the words inside the words. And be ready with it. I'm going to be doing tick after this and asking you guys. So you will start putting it in the chat. If you've really explored something, start putting it in the chat, or you can even share with me later. I'm your guide, Dr. Anu Mehta from Mumbai, India. I've done my PhD in philosophy. I've also done my master's in textile chemistry and clothing. I'm India's first master trainer in Meta Health Matrix Imprinting, Advanced Clearing, Energetics, and Information Medicine. I'm trainer in sound healing, color therapy, art therapy. I also train the trainer in most of these modalities. I love connecting with you all because it just feels like I've come home every day morning. My happy morning, happy Diwali begins with all of you and with Get Set Up. So beautiful. It was a dream for me that there will be a platform when I will be growing up where people will be sitting down and educating themselves. I'm sure Get Set Up is a part of my manifestation because it's so beautiful that I can connect with all of you every day. You have no idea how much I have learned from you connecting with me. So literally, if I feel I'm teaching you, I really need to pause there and see how much have I learned from Vaishnavi, Rhoda, Kanchan, Rashmi, and everybody over here. Really, really, really honestly. Because you push me to my edge and say, how can I get the same thing to you? It could be a similar topic, but how can I make it more interesting? And request a recording for this class by emailing to help@getsetup.io, or you can download the Android app to get for recording on the Android devices. If you're joining by live stream, the best way to participate is to join us and register for a class. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. Chaliye, let's see what have you come up with. Kuch masala mila. Everybody is very busy, like chota babies going on, which is very good, because if you get curious, you will see a lot of things in these words. Who is going to share? कौन शेयर करेगा कि उनको क्या दिखाई दिया इन वर्ड्स में, अल्फाजों में क्या नजर आया? रोडा ने कहा ईयर, ईट, हीट, लाते, हेट, लेट. वेरी गुड, शाबाश. So I want you to know your health will get impacted by what you hear. That late, is the ear.
L-A-T-H-E, lathe is a machine, you know.
Yes.
The lathe, yeah.
Yes. Ear means I hear something. So your health gets impacted by what you hear, what you eat. What are you angry with? I'm taking it in a different way. What do you hate? Kanchan, I can't hear you. You'll have to unmute yourself, sweetheart. Okay. Hate. Mind is din and dim. Yes, but look at mind. Mind has got I am in it. I am D and N. I am in darkness and in numbness. Yes, Fazila. Go ahead.
Health is heal.
Yes,
H-E-A-L.
it is. Yes,
and
it
mind
is.
din, D-I-N.
Yes.
In and din. And
yes.
body is yo, do.
Yes.
Boy, yo,
yes.
boy, do it.
Yes.
And an emotion is soon. In.
Yes.
Motion,
yes.
motion, moon.
Yeah.
I'm on the moon.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let's break down these words further.
Tons, emotion, ton, a ton.
Yes, yes, yes. I love you guys. And nobody said about the soul. सब भूल गए हमारे soul को. बेचारा soul क्या करेगा?
Soul is so.
दिल क्या करे जब किसी को किसी से प्यार हो जाए, है ना? ऐसे ही है. ऐसे है कि आपकी जिंदगी में क्या हो रहा है, इसका असर आपकी बॉडी पे हर रोज पड़ता है. लेट मी ब्रेक दिस डाउन फॉर यू इन अनु वे. Okay, eat, tea. Now health is told to you in a dimension of कि तुम अच्छा खाओगे, अच्छी तरह से सोओगे, अच्छी तरह से ये करोगे, everything will be fine. But you saw what Rhoda picked up. Ear. What does the ear do? It hears. And when it's hearing, at times it hears the tones which makes your heart feel sad. Because heart is not just a pump. The heart of your body picks up all these vibrations. And your sound is nothing but a vibration. When you're hearing sound, the vibration is very different. If you hear me screaming at you or at someone, the vibration is very different. And these vibrations on the whole create tamasha in your body. Do you get that? These vibrations in your body cause tamasha in your body because the voice is not just heard by your ears. Your voice is heard by your whole skeletal system, literally. And your whole skeletal system is connected with nerves. Have you heard of that terminology, you got on my nerves? Is because of what you heard. And what did you hear? Are the ears only hearing it? Your whole skeletal system is hearing it. मतलब सोच के देखो, आपने किसी को कहा बेशरम, बेवकूफ, खोता, बेकार का आदमी है, कैसी वाइब्रेशन थी? कैसी थी वाइब्रेशन? चलिए सोचिए, आप सुबह सुबह उठे, आपका हस्बैंड नहीं, आज हमारी मेड आई थी, दीदी प्लम्बर आया है, वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. प्लम्बर भी सोचता है वो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. मैं सोचती हूँ कि गेट सेट अप इंपॉर्टेंट है. कितना सारा दिमाग के अंदर भंवर चल रहा है. I'm talking to me, she's talking to me, he's talking to me, too many people talking to me. What's going to happen? Am I going to be in a stable place?
Your BP will go up.
Thank you so much, Rhoda. Your BP will go up. What is BP? Blood pressure. The pressure on your body put by your blood ones will go up. What is the pressure? The expectation that everybody has from you. Got it? You become like a pressure cooker. Okay. What you eat is very important. And in our cultures, it's so important. It's not just connected to culture, but it's connected to religion. Meaning, किसी ने चिकन खा लिया तो हो हरे 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 हरे. ऐसे कैसे कर सकता है? किसी ने लहसुन खा लिया तो कैसे कर सकता है? Let's not get religion here. All I'm trying to say is we have our mindsets, and even what we eat, we have put the fear of God and God knows what else in it. I know of a child I would say, because he's hardly grown, he's 30 years of age, and all he wants to do is, really, all he wants to do is enjoy food. His mother has taken away pizzas, cakes, everything to do with gluten, because doctors have said to him he will die. He's anyway dying every day. He's anyway dying every day. So it's about eating, about our anger. All our health issues are coming from life goes on jingalala. One day something happens. Let's say, let me give you an example of COVID. Suddenly we were locked up in the houses. And at that point, immediately when we hear that the world has shut down, the planes have shut down, everything is shut down, क्या आपको लगा कि ये आपकी हेल्थ को इम्पैक्ट किया कि नहीं? Do you think this impacted your health or no? Do you think
Absolutely.
even if the virus didn't reach you?
Absolutely.
How?
Of
How?
course. Because
Yes,
it affected everyone as a whole, and we are all in one society. We have to
Oh,
have
we are
empathy
all-
for everyone.
We
yes.
are all interactive human beings. We need to see people. We need to talk. We need to move. We need to do. And you couldn't do anything. You couldn't even step out of the house. How sick was
All
that?
social animals.
Thank you. I want you to pick up first thing, the first sense that creates emotions in our body. Please write this down. The first sense that creates emotions in your body is the sense of touch. Imagine picking up your child and being scared that your child will get corona. Imagine not kissing that child because the child will get corona. Imagine not hugging that child because the child might get corona. Imagine what your fear did to you. The sense of touch is the first sense from where we form emotions. That touch was missing. Imagine if your mom and dad did not ever touch you. What will happen to you? What will happen to you guys? What will happen if
Feel
your mom?
isolated.
Thank you. And isolation is a seat of 1001 diseases. Yes, absolutely. So this was a place of massive problem. Why? Because the sense of touch was missing. And with sense of touch, people feel often that love is missing in their life. And we don't just touch with our hands. We touch with our eyes. Kitne logo ki aankhein gayi. We touch with our ears. Our ears get touched by the sounds. Our eyes get touched by the visuals. Our mouth gets touched with food. We were scared to put any food in our mouth because the story was that the container might have virus. We were scared of an insignificant or invisible virus, and exactly in the same way, it can be anything invisible that can haunt you. And you will get into obsession, like love. Someone falls, you fall for someone and you say, does he love me? Does he love me not? He loves me. No, he loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. And in this tamasha, you're creating a problem in your head. Anything that is not sorted and gone ahead, something that restricts you, even like corona, is not going to make you feel complete. Everything, even when I'm talking to you, I'm touching my hands. I'm touching my hands. I'm connecting with you guys. That's how I am. If I don't get this touch also, I'm going to feel really hopeless, horrible. How many people I saw who didn't go to the parlor and their hair had just grown and grown and grown and grown? Some things just had no control. Why? Because the infrastructure was missing. You couldn't connect to anyone. Let's look at the next word, mind. And I love how this mind has got IN in it, I am in it. And so let's see what can be created of this. So when I look at mind, this is how I look at it. Yes, din and dim, but look at the mind has got I am. It's also got IN. Your mind is inside you. It's not outside you. But brain is inside you. Mind is outside you. And your internal and what you tell yourself, I am. A first question that people ask you, who are you? Your identity, your role comes in between you and your health. How many times have we done the program on retirement? Your role has changed. From being married, your role changed. Many of you could not adjust to the new role. As soon as the role changes, so I am possible, I am impossible, I am great, I am useless. I am so many things that I tell myself. And am I saying it outside? I'm constantly thinking of these things inside me. And what is this doing to me? Either it is putting me, it's putting me in manic, that's the M, or it is putting me, making me dull, or it's making me numb. My mind is so beautiful that whatever I tell myself, I am a mother. So in that I have the whole dictionary of stories going on. I am a wife, so I must keep Karwa Chauth worth fast. Why? Because I am married. I'm married, so I shouldn't look at any other man. My identity, my role is I play my role with authenticity as if I'm standing in a drama and doing a play. And my mind is saying constantly something to me. Let's look at the word body. I love this word play. And the body says, I've just turned the words around. And that is equal to year of birth with date. Your body is nothing but telling you when will you die and when were you born. If you have a birth date, then you have a death date. Your body is not there forever, ever and ever. And yet we believe our body is there forever, ever and ever. And we believe this, and that's why we do this. Chal, 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 meri body. खटारा खींच के चल यार धक्का मार बंद है मोटर कार. ये मोटर कार क्या है? आपकी बॉडी. चल 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 मेरे साथी. What are you doing to yourself? You're constantly pushing yourself and taking pride in it. I had headache, but I went and did work. I couldn't move, but look how dedicated I am. I attended the party and I came back. Why are you pushing yourself? How many times have you really heard your body out? And a body which has a tag attached to it, it is not going to be there with you forever. But your mind, your soch, your thoughts of how you lived a role will remain here forever, ever and ever as a history. What is your soul? Come on, somebody with soul. Somebody with soul. Who will break up soul? Nobody's broken up soul. Everybody's missed out the soul. Soul hai nahi hamare yahan pe.
Yes, ma'am. Sujata is here.
Ay, Sujata, aaja, jaldi se batao. What is soul? Maza aa gaya.
Soul is like it is eternal. It doesn't die. It doesn't have a body. It is recreated again and again in different forms. That is
That's
soul,
the
ma'am.
meaning of soul. But what do you find in soul is the question, isn't it?
What are the words that you find in soul?
Soul.
S-O-U-L.
You can find in soul. Supernatural, spiritual.
Yeah. Okay. Make it, break it. Come on, you're doing very well. Break it. Take 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes. I want you to understand the meaning of health. Yes, Kanchan, you were putting your hand up like this, putting it up.
I just finished, madam. Ma'am,
Yes, Sujata.
You universe.
supernatural, omnipresent, universal.
Love.
Yes.
U-S, us.
Love, universal love.
Very good. Shabash. Let's look at Kanchan. What did you want to say? Unmute yourself, sweetheart. Unmute yourself.
To me, the soul is the sound of the universe that you feel love. You feel the love frequency in.
Absolute. Could be the
So
sound frequency.
Yeah,
Very
it's the
much.
sound frequency of love.
Very good. Shabash. So let's go over here and really look at whatever you said is all right, because these are just words and it is about you remembering it. But really, when I look at this word, I find words like you, which means you as a
Us.
person.
Us.
Very good. Us. Without us, there was going to be no story. Yes.
Loss. L-O-S.
Very good. When you and us are lost, the love is lost. And when love is lost, the soul loses the power of living. You know from where does the soul get the power of living? From your connections.
When me becomes we, when me reflection becomes we, then
Absolutely. Absolutely. When we become.
me become we. When you reflect it, it becomes me.
I know that. Got it? It's very important for you to understand you by yourself has no significance. Otherwise, God would have made only one you. Kal khatam. हमारे इसमें तो हमने God भी एक नहीं छोड़ा. अलग-अलग God हैं, अलग-अलग departments. Yes, Kanchan.
So then what does, if we take each word separately, then what would the S stand for?
S can stand for so many things, Kanchan. Like you said, spiritual, like you said, sound, like you said, sorrow, the soul carries. It's up to you. But the main essence of the whole thing is supernatural. Absolutely. But you need to understand these words before we go and say, oh, health theek karne chale hum. Which doctor and which person has looked at even the soul? जो दिखता नहीं वो बिकता नहीं. आपका सोल दिखता नहीं इसलिए बिकता नहीं. आपकी बॉडी दिखती है इसलिए बिकती है. And then we are looking at what's the connection. The connection is that how you feel, I am, how you feel inside you will make you take the actions. Your body has a certain date and your health is dependent on some factors of everything of how you're going to treat your body, how you're going to look at yourself, and what is a jagran that you're giving yourself inside your head. And more than anything else, we cannot live by ourselves. We are a community of 70 trillion cells, and we are a community that stays together. The minute I isolate you, I will go back to the times when it used to be ki kala pani ki saza di hai kisi ko. Kala pani means I have abandoned you, put you on an island all by yourself, marooned you, and the person dies. There is a whole story that was created by Dr. Emoto, and he was so correct. He said, all people have to do is go to a tree and give it gali every day. The tree does not understand your language. It is not well versed in any language. And yet in any language, if you're going to have that abusive voice and abuse the tree, after some time, the tree rots off. And here, constantly we are using jargon of horrible words for people, for our loved ones, for ourselves. How much shit are we talking? And that shit inside our body is not going to help us have a healthy mind and a healthy body. Yes, Sujata.
I wanted to say was like water molecules. We are 70% water. And if you take 2 glass water and say, I love you and I hate you, the molecules in microscope will show different in I love you, it will form a flower. And in this one, I hate you, it will dispel. So
Thank you,
if a
Sujata.
body has got 70% water and you say I love you to that person, it forms a.
Yes, and this is what we do. खाने की जगह पे बैठ के we discuss business. खाने की जगह पे बैठ के, which water is also got pani in it, your body's got pani in it. Water is a conductor, and it's not just any water, Sujata. It's what is called gel water, and that's a whole terminology by itself, which is beautiful. Your body is not made up of plain water. It's made up of the fourth state of water, which is not solid, which is not liquid, which is not vapor, but gel water. Just in case you didn't know, so just giving it to you. And the experiment that you're talking about is an experiment that was created by Dr. Emoto, where he realized how we talk to even the articles which are supposed to be non-living have an impact on them. And you are a living being. God bless you. God bless you. The jargon that we have in our head. I'm not here talking about the food that you eat and exercise. I'm talking about the verbal exercise that you do with yourself, the self dialogues that you have with yourself. मैं अच्छी नहीं हूँ, मैं सुंदर नहीं हूँ, मैं किसी काम की नहीं हूँ. Oh, I'm a piece of shit. I will never be able to do it. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And then you want to go to the doctor and say, fix me. And then we also say, of course, हमारा जो head है ना, वो हमारी पूरी body के साथ कभी connected ही नहीं था. मतलब ये सिर का ऊपर का हिस्सा हम साइकियाट्रिस्ट के पास ले जाएंगे, साइकोलॉजिस्ट के पास, और इसके नीचे का जो हिस्सा है वो हम फिजिशियन के पास लेके जाएंगे और उसको जाके खुद बोलेंगे मेरा सिर दर्द हो रहा है, मेरी टांग दर्द हो रही है. But we have never understood that everything else is connected with our brain, but our health is not connected with our brain and not connected with any psychology. Think about it, guys. Right now that you're sitting, imagine that you're sitting in a simulated ride. Imagine that you are in a plane. Can we all imagine that for a minute? Chalo. Kanchan, can you become the pilot of this plane? Rhoda, can you become the hijacker? Manohar, can you become the hijacker of the plane? Manohar ji, you and Rhoda are the hijackers of this plane. Let's have fun. Manjushri, you're the air hostess. I'm going to put in the gallery view. You're the air hostess, and Sabha, you are a little child over there who's going to be crying because hijackers have hijacked the plane. Manju Agarwal, you are going to be someone who's going to hold the gun like this and say, every 2 minutes you're going to say, मैं मार दूंगा तुमको. बस इतना ही बोलना है. Okay, so मंजू, थोड़े 2 मिनट के बाद बोलना है, मैं मार दूंगा तुमको. बस इतना ही बोलना है. अगर हिंदी में नहीं बोलना है तो अपनी जो भी भाषा में उसमें बोलो, मैं तुम्हें उड़ा दूंगा. बस इतनी जोर से बोलना आपने. चलिए शुरू कीजिए. Rhoda, you are the pilot. The plane has got hijacked by.
I'm the pilot or I'm a hijacker, yeah?
Sorry. Kanchan is the pilot. Sorry, mistook. Kanchan is the pilot and Rhoda and Manohar are the hijackers. Sabha is the little child who is crying, and Manjushri is the air hostess, and Manju after a little while says, "Banduk maar dunga." Yes.
You take care of the pilot and I'll take care of all the passengers, okay?
Chalo,
You go into the cockpit and you go and shout at the pilot and scare the hell out of him, and I will talk to the passengers, Manohar, okay?
What is my role, ma'am?
आप बेटा hijacker हो.
You're a hijacker, boss, like with me.
पूछो मत कौन हो, hijack करो. चलो जल्दी से, बड़ा
Okay, Manohar, we are taking the flight to Karachi. Okay. Shall I start? Come on. This is an announcement, everybody. I'm on the plane here. I'm going to be hijacking this plane. Anybody says a word, we'll shoot you. Now, all of you, put your head down. Put all the kids down. Put everybody down. Come on, down. Everybody down. Put your face between your feet, between your ankles.
Chalo,
I'm sorry, between your knees. Get down, everybody. Get down. Get down.
Very good. कंचन, तेरा क्या इसमें है? पायलट है ना तू? क्या हो रहा है?
The audio system of the plane has been turned off.
क्या? तेरी आवाज नहीं आ रही थी.
The audio system of the plane has been turned off.
ऑडियो सिस्टम गया प्लेन का. मनोहर, आप क्या कहेंगे? आप भी हाईजैकर हैं. क्या कहेंगे इस सिचुएशन में? जोर से पैसेंजर्स को कैसे डराएंगे? मनोहर,
He's in the cockpit. I'm handling passengers. He's
क्या
talking to the
करना है
pilot.
हाईजैक किया तो क्या करेगा?
हाँ, हाईजैक किया तो क्या करेगा? अभी सोचो, हम हवा में हो। चलो मंजू, मंजू मार देंगे, चलो
मार देंगे, एक एक को गोली से मार देंगे,
जोर से एक एक को मारेंगे।
एक एक को
Hey,
मारेंगे।
you, be quiet. Get down there. Get down.
सबा
Chop,
रोना
get
शुरू
down.
कर, सबा रोना शुरू कर, जोर से। I want my mummy, I want my papa. चल चल
Be
जल्दी से।
quiet. Get that
Sabha,
child to be
don't cry,
quiet.
beta.
So quiet.
Beta, everything will be
Sabha.
fine. Sabha, don't cry. Everything will be fine.
सबा
God is with
unmute,
us.
सबा unmute कर।
I am the pilot for this flight.
Plane is going to Karachi, everybody. Anybody opens their mouth, we'll shoot you down. Put your head down, everyone.
Engine
good.
of the plane
Let's-
right in the middle
very
of
good.
the air.
Let's just stop for a minute. How did you feel when Rhoda said to everybody that we are going to Karachi? And imagine this really happening. सोच के देखो कि आप वाकई में प्लेन में बैठे हो और आपको हाईजैकर बोल रहा है सिर नीचे करो। एक छोटा बच्चा ट्रैवल कर रहा है अपने मम्मी पापा के बिना, एंड द बेबी इज क्राइंग। एक उनमें से हाईजैकर थोड़ी देर के बाद करता, मैं सबको उड़ा दूंगा। एक हाईजैकर बिल्कुल साइलेंट है एंड ही इज सिटिंग विद द पायलट, आपको पता भी नहीं उसकी एग्जिस्टेंस। आपका क्या हाल होगा? विल योर हेल्थ रिमेन द सेम?
No, we will not be in the same health, and especially the child. So the child will be literally crying. So as a
Everybody will be
air
scared out
hostess,
of their
I will
wits.
go there. I will pamper her, calm her.
मंजूश्री, हाईजैक हो रहा है प्लेन,
हाँ तो
Everybody
भी
is
उस
worried
हाईजैक
about
हो
their
रहा है।
air hostess
किसी
हूँ।
किसी को अपनी चेयर से उठने की इजाजत नहीं है। जब तक आप उठोगे कोई शूट कर देगा तुमको।
We'll be
नहीं, वो
paranoid.
पानी या
We'll be
टॉयलेट के
paranoid.
बहाने उठना ही पड़ेगा।
No get up, no get up.
No
All
get
down.
up. Okay.
Ma'am, we'll be paranoid about the thing.
Shabash. I will
You'll be
give you the
scared
real
to death.
story. I will give you the real story. I 3 years back interviewed a person who was in Gandhar when the plane that got hijacked at Gandhar airport. You remember the plane in which this man was there? The flight took off and the whole plane got hijacked, obviously. There was a person who was thrown off the plane and killed even before it landed. As it took off, there was one person who was killed in that plane, and everybody saw that. Nobody was allowed to move from their seats. And the man was drunk like crazy. He peed there. He used to like tambaku and pan. He froze in his seat, and with him many others. But I only met this man. And the kind of stories that he told me made me understand another dimension of health. उसके बाद वो कभी छूटने के बाद अपना मुंह धोने जाता नहीं था क्योंकि उसको बाथरूम में डर लगता था. Not just that, he did not brush his teeth for God knows how many days. Are emotions connected with health? Yes or no? His complete life changed after that hijack. His complete life altered, his behavior altered, his life altered, and he could not manage himself. अब 2 सेकंड के लिए शांति से सोचो, क्या आपका दिमाग और आपकी हेल्थ कनेक्टेड है? तो जब आपके
Absolutely
साथ
connected. Absolutely.
Shabash, shabash. So when I am out of a certain role, when I am not able to do something the way I want to do it, and that is the time of deviation or behavioral change. और ये 1-2 दिन की बात नहीं है, ये हमेशा की बात हो गई उसके लिए. There were times when he would be sitting down and he wants to go to the loo and he would remember the hijacker, what he said. And he would pee in his trousers sitting right there. This man was not a young man. He was all in his 40s and 50s. His whole life has got ruined after that. Yes, Sujata, please add.
Yeah, my friend was there in tsunami in Pondicherry, and the water was raising, and she was in a hotel, and till now she doesn't take a shower bath. because she feels that water is coming towards her.
Thank you. And can you
Yes.
now understand that her behavior has altered, which means her health is impacted? Yes, Kanchan, please go ahead. Add.
You know, when we talk about emotions and trauma, Anu, 5 years back when my partner passed away, and within 4 days of his funeral,
Back also and in the front. So, and it was a bungalow, it was wooden. So it terrified me so much that I did not go for a second child. Thank you.
Thank you, Fazila, for sharing that. Yes, absolutely. Parul, you can go ahead and share. Go ahead and add because your input is very important.
During that massive earthquake, we were staying in Ahmedabad. So from that day onwards, even though I wasn't that afraid of earthquake because I had seen 2 massive earthquakes earlier in the childhood. But after that earthquake, I became a changed person because of my 2 kids who were too young. And one of them was inside the garden, somewhere behind the trees, and one was trapped inside the bathroom. So
Oh my
after that, I never allowed myself to close the bathroom because once or twice I have fainted inside the bathroom washroom. So I never closed the door. I just, atka kar rakhti hu. And I tell my kids also, कि please you don't put the stopper inside the bathroom because if something happens, I won't be able to break the door.
Thank you so much, Parul, for sharing that. And maybe all your health problems have begun from there. Feeling trapped. Feeling trapped is a very scary place to be in. Yes, Manjushri. Thank you so much. कौन कहता है कि आपकी emotions आपके साथ connected नहीं है? कौन कहता है कि आपका सर और आपकी body connected नहीं है? चलिए मंजुश्री, share
After the
कीजिए.
death of my first child, she was ill. She was hydrocephalus meningitis. She was having that thing. I came into complete depression and all. And then my mother-in-law used to say, see, you don't have any child and also ek bacha aur kar lo. I said, I don't want to do any child only now. मेरे को इतना डर लग गया था उसके बाद में कि मैं कोई बच्चा मेरे को कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, बस ये बात था. But later ठीक है, I had got the son and all. But उस टाइम पे भी जब मैं प्रेग्नेंट हुई, मैंने डॉक्टर को एक ही बात बोली, एक ही शर्त से आप मेरे को टच कर सकोगे कि मेरा बच्चा अगर एबनॉर्मल हुआ तो इमीडिएट उसका एबॉर्शन होना चाहिए और नहीं चलेगा मेरे को इल बच्चा जो मैंने फर्स्ट देख लिया है, अब मेरे को और वैसा नहीं चाहिए. तो डॉक्टर ने मेरे को एग्री.
Can you hear the emotion in her voice? And you think emotion is separate? Emotion आपकी body के साथ साथ चलती है, आपकी आवाज में सुनाई देती है. कई बार आप आवाज से किसी की पहचान लेते हो कि they are not fine. Don't you? Don't you say you're not sounding fine today? कैसे पता किया आपने? आप तो डॉक्टर नहीं है, बट उसकी आवाज में इतना दर्द है कि आपको समझ में आ जाता है कि ये सैड है, ये आज हैप्पी है, ये आज एक्साइटेड है, ये आज एक्साइटेड नहीं है. Your voice carries your emotion. Your face carries your emotion. अगर आपकी पूरी बॉडी आपकी इमोशन कैरी करती है, आप गुस्सा हो तो आपका सर कभी नीचे नहीं होगा, ऐसे ऊपर होगा. आप नाराज हो तो आप सैड हो तो नीचे जाओगे, शेम में हो तो नीचे जाओगे. Lot of emotions will not make you look up. Lot of emotions will not let you look down. एक छोटा सा यहाँ एग्जाम्पल करते हैं. मनोहर प्लीज हेल्प करेंगे. शुक्रिया. मनोहर अनम्यूट कीजिए. मनोहर अनम्यूट कीजिए.
बोलिए मैम.
चलिए, आपने एक हंसी की बात रोक के करनी है. एक हंसी की बात रोक के करनी है. जल्दी जल्दी. कोई भी एक हंसी की बात. Who will do this? A joke has to be said in a sad way. Okay, सुजाता फटाफट कीजिए. A joke in a sad way.
Joke in a sad.
हाँ, a joke in a sad way.
आज पता क्या हुआ, मेरी नेबर ना वो पानी में गिर गई, बहुत जोर से गिर गई.
Do you find it as a joke? Could she be successful?
No.
Thank you. हमें लगता है हम अपनी सैडनेस छुपा रहे हैं. छुपा के दिखाइए. चलिए कंचन, आपने एक खुशी की आपने एक सैड बात खुशी में करनी है, मतलब you're going to talk in a way as if it's happy thing but actually it's sad. आप अनम्यूट कीजिए.
So I'll share a real life incident.
हाँ.
कल मेरी मॉम का, I was in a good mood, good space, and कल मेरी मॉम का मैसेज आया after a long time, and she said, मैंने एक वीडियो देखा जिसमें एक लड़की थी, तुम थी और एक लड़का था दाढ़ी वाला, एंड तुम बहुत क्लोज डांस कर रहे थे, कौन था? And I was like, hello, I am 50, I'm going to be 50 in few years. I'm going to be 50 in few years. अगर मैं किसी के साथ डांस कर रही थी तो वो बंदा क्लोज ही होगा ना, और वो वीडियो तुमको जिसने भेजा उससे जाके पूछो कि कौन था इस वीडियो में.
Stop Kanchan right there. Can you hear anger in her voice? Thank you.
Yes.
There was no sadness in her voice. It was anger in her voice, and anger does not make you look down. I want you to become aware. कोई बात कर रहा है तो क्या कर रहा है. चलिए सबा, आप एक इंसिडेंट बोलेंगी जो आप एक अपनी शायरी बोल दें. चलिए, और सब उसकी आवाज में सुनेंगे कि सैडनेस है, खुशी है, क्या है. चलिए सबा, फटाफट कोई भी एक शायरी बोल दें. अनम्यूट करें अपने आप को. कंचन, बहुत बढ़िया. थैंक यू फॉर दैट शेयर. अमेजिंग शेयरिंग. आई जस्ट वांट पीपल टू बिकम अवेयर कि हमारी इमोशंस छुपाई नहीं छुपती. हमारी इमोशंस छुपाई नहीं छुपती, और जो भी हमें लगता है वो सामने धड़क से आ जाता है. चलिए सबा.
ना ख्वाहिश रखो, मुंबई स्टाइल में. हाँ, ना ख्वाहिश रखो चांद तारों की, ना ख्वाहिश रखो चांद तारों की, ना अरमान रखो हजारों की. मीन्स दोस्ती पे है. ना अरमान रखो हजारों, बस एक दोस्त रखो मेरे जैसा जो वाट लगा दे सारों की, जो वाट लगा दे सारों.
अच्छा, टोन क्या थी? What did you understand about the tonality, her tonality? What emotion was being conveyed in her voice? Fatafat, guys.
Friendship.
Very good. And
I'm the best.
Sarcasm, anger, and being there for the others.
absolutely. Because उसकी हर सवाल में, हर जवाब में ये कहती हैं कि मेरे जैसा दोस्त ढूंढ लो. इसका मतलब इन्होंने अपने जैसा दोस्त आज तक ढूंढा ही नहीं. इनको अपने जैसा दोस्त आज तक मिला ही नहीं. There is a need to connect with someone who can be as reliable as her. आप लोगों की बातें सुनो. In their words is their world. I'll repeat that again, ताकि आपको समझ में आ जाए मैं क्या बोल रही हूँ. उनकी सारी दुनिया उनके लफ्जों में है. एंड लफ्ज कुछ कहते हैं. लफ्ज कुछ कहते हैं, और उन लफ्जों को आप प्लीज बदलो मत.
Absolutely right on the dot you are. Bless you.
Thank you. And your words impact your health, because your words carry an emotion again and again. जब अकेला कोई होता है तो उसे ही पता है कि अकेलेपन का मतलब क्या है. वो सिर्फ आवाज में नहीं सुनाई देगा, वो उसके चाल में सुनाई देगा. आपको उसकी पूरी बॉडी में दिखाई देगा, उसके एक्सप्रेशन में दिखाई देगा. And thus you will look at the person and say he's happy or he is sad. But connect it little further. It's coming from a conversation that we had with ourselves. It's coming from, if you heard what Manjushri said, she still wanted a child, but did not want a child with congenital problems. We get scared in our spaces. We want get set up, but we don't want the COVID to come back again. And COVID hasn't even gone. It's really interesting कि आपकी सोच, your mind, your thoughts, your emotions are going to have an impact completely on your health. I'm going to, it's 11:54. I'm going to pick up one person, only one person, a health issue that you will tell me, and I will help you to connect it with your life. We have 3 minutes for this activity. Anybody who's really suffering. I heard Jyotsna's write up. My son was asthmatic and used to get coughing so bad that he could not breathe. The whole night I used to put my hand on his chest to comfort. Even now I remember that and become uneasy. Thank you so much. We believe things are happening now. चाहे वो चीज 10 साल पहले हुई, चाहे 20 साल पहले हुई, चाहे उन्होंने हमें धोखा 30 साल पहले दिया, लेकिन we behave as if अभी के अभी right now something हो रहा है, and ये अभी के अभी right now something हो रहा है, इसी में सारा स्यापा है. So we have to tell ourselves it's not happening now. Can you say with yourself loudly? It's not happening now. It happened then. How does your heart feel? It's not happening now. No plane is getting hijacked now. Nobody's losing their jobs right now. Nobody's losing their child right now. Nobody's child is coughing right now. But how do we react? As if your past has caught up with the present and everything is happening right now. The losses that we have felt back in time, we've held it in our body. We've held it as a signature in our body. Our face looks matured because it carries, our skin carries our emotions. Our hair carry our emotions and they become dry. Our eyes carry our emotions and they need a chashma. Our skin becomes dry because our relationships have become dry. Can you imagine how beautiful your body is? It's constantly reflecting the state of your mind. And फिर भी तुम पूछते हो कि emotions का health के साथ क्या लेना देना है? And there is no emotion that can make you, let me say this loudly. I don't like saying anything loudly. Let me put it like this. Let me say it firmly and lovingly to you. There is no medicine today made for happiness. There is no medicine that can take away your past experiences. There is no medication that can clean up your emotions. इसके लिए तुमको अपने ऊपर अपनी mental health पे काम करना पड़ेगा. And all of us a little bit of mental. All of us a little bit mental. कोई भी यहाँ सीधा नहीं है. सब जलेबी की तरह गोल 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 गोल. And our jalebi is causing our dis-ease, meaning what we are not at ease with, what we are not comfortable with. तो आज की आपकी एक्टिविटी है होमवर्क. देखिए, आज की एक्टिविटी है आप अपना डिजीज उठाएंगे, डिक्शनरी में जाके सर्च करेंगे कि what are the other words, जैसे मैंने आपको सिखाया, और आप जाके ये देखेंगे कि ये डिजीज होने से पहले क्या हादसा था आपकी लाइफ में और क्या इमोशंस थी. हादसा हादसा हादसा, और इमोशंस क्या फील करी आपने साथ साथ में लिखोगे, और आपके दिमाग में वो स्टोरी अभी तक खत्म नहीं हुई है, अभी शादी नहीं हुई है. दुल्हन खूबसूरत है पर आपकी शादी नहीं हुई है, मतलब कंप्लीशन नहीं हुई है स्टोरी की. आप अभी भी अटक के बैठे हैं, waiting for someone to come who will come and help you like you help someone. आप एक समझ लो, आपका एक ढांचा बनाया गया था, गॉड ने बनाया 8.2 बिलियन ढांचे बनाए गॉड ने. He created 8.25 different people on this planet Earth and broke the caste. You are the only one like you. There is no other man, woman, child like you, exactly like you. Sorry, Baba. Possible nahi. Chaliye. I'm just going to read the last slides for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed today's session. We did it slightly differently to look at and to make sure that you've understood the concept. And do not look at all this. Sorry for it. I have not erased this off. We are going to meet on Thursday morning at 11 o'clock again फिर से इकट्ठे बैठ के गुफ्तगू करेंगे, मस्तियाँ करेंगे, and we will take our life further. हंसते हंसते, वो गाना बहुत अच्छा है, हंसते हंसते रोना सीखो, रोते रोते हंसना. The point is, life is not just about simple two emotions. Life is about energy in motion. And कोई भी एक चीज एक जगह पे टिक के नहीं रहती, जैसे पानी गंगा का एक जगह पे नहीं रहता, ये मूव करता रहता. The problem is when the water gets stuck is when the moss appears on it. If you get stuck is when disease appears in it. If you get stuck in one saga and never get out of it, it is not the problem of the saga. It is your mindset that doesn't want to leave that saga. छोड़ दो, क्या बोलते, छोड़ दो आंचल, जमाना क्या कहेगा, छोड़ दो बर्बादी. राइट? ये थॉट्स थोड़े अच्छे लेके आए मैडम, क्योंकि इसके साथ कहीं कोई नहीं जाने वाला है. हम यहीं पे रह जाएंगे. हम क्या है, भगवान की कठपुतली हैं. सबने इस डोर को छोड़ के यहाँ से उड़ जाना है. जितनी जिंदगी तुम्हारे पास है उसे ऐसे जियो कि कोई देखे तुम्हें और कहे वाह, जिया तो क्या जिया. यस, कोई आपको देख के कहे जिए.
जाए रास्ते जीवन चलता रहे.
वेरी गुड.
कट जाए रास्ते.
Who wants to join her? Who wants to join her in this song? चलिए, आपको फेसबुक के ऊपर आपको मैं नोट्स भेजूंगी और प्लीज फीडबैक फॉर्म में भर दीजिएगा. कैसा लगा ये टॉपिक, आपको फिर से शेयर किया है. न्यू सेम टॉपिक अलग अंदाज में. Invite your friend if you like what we are doing at Get Set Up, and share the learning and book your class, and also help your friend into registering for the next class. You are an integral part of Get Set Up community, but if you want to become more involved, you can host an interest group, suggest a new class, request for the recording by going at help@getsetup.io, sending them an email, or you can download the Android app for the Android devices to get your recording. I love you all. Khush raho yaar, and remember only two things.
Happy
You're most
Dhanteras,
welcome.
Anu, and a very,
Thank
very
you.
happy Diwali and a New Year
हंसते
to
हंसते
all of
कट
you.
जाए रास्ते
All of you.
जीवन यूं ही चलता रहे.
क्या मेरा दिल कर रहा है यहाँ गाना गाने का. सोना सोना दिल तेरा सोना, क्या है ना, क्या सोना खरीदने जाते हैं लोग. सोना खरीदने
मत
जाते हैं.
सोना, but
प्लीज मत सोना.
ना.
सो इमेजिन कीजिए कि मैंने आज सुबह सुबह एक पूरा गुलदस्ता सोने का खरीद लिया.
वाह, मुबारक.
मैंने आज सुबह सुबह पूरा एक गुलदस्ता सोने का खरीद लिया, और उन सोने के अंदर फ्लावर्स का नाम था रोडा, मंजुश्री, मनोहर, मंजू, दिलशाद,
समझ गए,
सुजाता,
समझ गए.
फजीला. समझ
वाह रे
गए.
वाह, वाह वाह.
मेरा भी नाम ले लो.
Love you, Anu Mehta.
लोग तो सोना खरीद के लॉकर में रखते हैं.
पड़ा रहता है.
पड़ा रहता है, बेकार हो जाता है, पीछे वाला भी लॉकर में रखता है. मैंने तुम
बस.
सबको अपने दिल में रख लिया. शुक्रिया.
मैंने क्राउन सोने का क्राउन डाला है अनु मेहता के माथे पे.
क्या कहते हैं, क्वीन बन गई अनु.
Yes.
शाबाश.
She guides us well.
मैं
Love
तेरे
you all.
चेहरे से नजर नहीं हटती, नजारे हम क्या देखे.
ऐसे ऐसे ऐसे. चलो जी, have a very good Dhanteras and have a very good week ahead, and I will be meeting you again on Thursday in the morning, क्योंकि आपके बिना दिल नहीं लगता. ठीक
Thursday
है?
is Diwali यार.
तो क्या हुआ?
Thursday.
ऐसे है, मेरे बापू कह के गए थे, बेटा दिल लगा के काम करना, दिन मत देखना, रात मत देखना. तो हमने देखी नहीं, हमने सिर्फ काम देखा.
In the north is Deepavali on Friday in the north, because here in south it's on Thursday.
क्या है ना, हमारे
Guys are always behind us one day.
Rhoda, we are so fantastic. We are so fantastic that we have divided here also.
I know.
We have done everything to divide and rule.
Yeah, because you know,
Thursday है दिवाली तो.
south has it on Thursday and northeast are always behind us.
नॉर्थ में भी
Monday.
थर्सडे है, नॉर्थ में भी
In
थर्सडे.
Karnataka it is on 5th.
Ah, see?
You know why like this, no consistency, because it is man-made.
Correct. Absolutely.
See you. Tata. Thank you,
Okay,
Vaishnavi.
have a good Deepavali. Bye bye.
Happy
Bye
Diwali.
bye.